A new Shadowmane Chibi has come to ARK. More details on the Noglin, and are we getting a Horde Mode for ARK Genesis Part 2? You're right kids, it's Ras Clark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around and let's get into it. So Wildcard dropped a cheeky patch overnight, whereby we can have our very own Shadowmane Chibi, and the requirements to unlock this is by doing all of the Genesis Chronicles Explorer notes in ARK, as well of course as owning the Genesis Season Pass. If you haven't done all of these notes yet, I've got guides to unlock every single bit of the new Federation Tech Suit skin, which will subsequently unlock the Shadowmane, and I'll leave links in the description on how to get all of these notes. Alternatively, there is a cheat command you can put in to unlock all of the notes. I'll drop that in the description too. As of yet, I can't find no actual spawn code for this chibi, but if I do find that, I'll drop that in the description too. And look at it, we finally get a good in the flesh glimpse at what the Shadowmane is going to sort of look like. Yes, chibi form isn't quite like what it's going to be in the finished version, but it arguably looks pretty damn cool. Sadly, there's no animation to really depict here, with a little funny run animation it has, but it's great to see this in the flesh. This is one of the more sought after creatures when Genesis Part 2 drops. Having some fantastic abilities like being able to cloak itself and other allied creatures around it, having a dash lightning strike attack, and having a courage roar buff depending on the gender you're using. All of which I covered in a previous video, which now makes this the second Genesis Part 2 chibi we can now own. Of course the first one was the Noglin, unlocked by owning the Genesis 2 Season Pass. And of course now we get a glimpse at the new Federation Exo Suit skin. But back to that Noglin, there were a few details dropped that have now got me thinking on a previous screenshot. So the devs dropped a nice high-res screenshot of the Noglin that's coming to Genesis Part 2, with the subtext, "Don't be fooled by Noglin's adorable looks. Behind that cute face is a mind-bending surprise, the ability to take control of enemy creatures, tames, or even other humans." And up until now, I've been thinking, how on earth is this going to work? How are we going to control other creatures? Well, cast your mind back to a news video I did a few weeks ago on this new mode that the devs had teased, saying that this is going to be a part of Genesis Part 2. Perhaps this is what happens when you mind control any creature using the Noglin, which would make sense having a vertical view, because whilst yes, it's a fantastic attack to be able to do that, to be able to control enemy creatures, there needs to be some limitation, and having a vertical bird's eye view would of course restrict that field of what you can see and what you can do. It seems to me this could be a possibility, and I look forward to hearing what you think too. Drop a comment below. Do you agree that this could be the MTS mode we've been teased? And I look forward to hearing more about the Noglin and how meta changing is this really going to be. And finally, said the lead community manager of Wildcard dropped a load of tweets recently on a bunch of gameplay changes he was trying to integrate into Extinction, plainly something called a Horde Mode that I think he was originally going to intend being a part of the Element Vein or OSD modes. But what Said was trying to achieve here was for the creatures to have some intelligence, to know where obstacles were and navigate around them to get to the center. And Said really went to town on what this was going to look like. Here you can see a number of wireframes illustrating the paths on where the creatures were meant to be going, how the creature would operate and navigate, and he was also looking at how the terrain could change during a Horde mode where he wanted the ground to appear corrupted and to have a fog emanate around the Horde mode. What's a shame, of course, Said didn't get to do this, he didn't get to execute this in Extinction. After 4 to 6 months hard work, this went absolutely nowhere. Cue the community to ask, okay, well you've put all this effort in, are we going to see something like this for Gen 2? Said's reply, as he always does, gave us a little grin, alluding that this AI Horde mode might possibly be coming to Genesis Part 2. Is it a stretch to think that? I don't think so. Look at the loadout mannequin for instance, that was one of Said's ideas that he originally wanted in ARK a few years ago. So perhaps with this delay for Genesis Part 2, he's been given the freedom to integrate, bring on more programmers to make his vision come true. And if that's the case, what is this Horde mode going to look like? I did do a video on a theory that the mechs that you saw in the trailer are going to be mini-boss / OSD Horde mode events. Go and check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. And wouldn't it tie well together that all of these theories come together and we actually get something right? Do you agree? Drop a comment below, let me know. My name's Ras Clark, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.